P4014 maintenance kit includes a fuser, transfer roller, feed, pickup, and separation rollers for the lower trays in the printer. The most important part of the maintenance kit is the fuser. The fuser bonds toner to the paper and has a life expectancy when it's new of about 225,000 pages. And we've developed a fuser that we've tested to over 500,000 pages, over double the life expectancy of the new HP fusers. And the fuser didn't fail at 500,000 pages. It was still printing flawlessly and without print defects or paper jams. Now, these long life fusers are ideal if you're a managed print services company or you're a service company. They can reduce your service calls and maintenance costs, especially if the fusers from your current vendor are only lasting 150,000 or 200,000 pages. So give us a call and talk to a sales rep, and we can get you some of those long life fusers. Now you might ask, how are we able to more than double the life expectancy of the fuser? We have years of experience testing fuser components and building parts that outperform the originals. For example, we were the first company to release a 4200 metal sleeve fuser, and the only company that I'm aware of to manufacture a metal swing plate gear assembly for the 4200 and 4300 series printers. Our fusers are built right here in Middleton, Wisconsin by us with our technicians and our quality control, not in China or Mexico like some of our competitors. We use high quality components that tend to cost a bit more, but they do last longer. So I want to show you a few areas that differentiate a good quality fuser from a poor quality fuser that won't last very long. So here we have a fuser core, which is a used fuser, and this particular core came into us with a torn fuser sleeve, and we'll get to that in a second. But the first thing I want to take a look at is this delivery guide. The delivery guide sits close to the heating element, and the heating element gets up to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, about 200 Celsius, and that close proximity makes this prone to bending or warping if it's not made out of the right type of plastic. So cheap delivery guides might have a problem with this warping and then catching on this paper delivery sensor here, and if that happens, you get paper jams. The next thing to look at, bushings. If bushings are cheap, they won't last very long, and that can cause problems. The pressure roller, if that's not good, you're going to get poor fusing or creasing to the paper. So the most important part of the fuser is probably the heating element assembly, and this is a used heating element assembly that we've cleaned up for video purposes here. But there's a sleeve that rotates around a ceramic heater. There are not a lot of good quality ceramic heaters on the market. A lot of them will fail prematurely or give you 50.1 or 50.2 fuser warm-up errors. Sleeves, there are a lot of sleeves that work okay, but not a lot of them are going to work well on the heavier paper stocks, the envelopes and labels. But we do have a sleeve that works really well on heavier media. The other thing with the sleeve is it has to have a really durable non-stick coating. Otherwise, if that coating wears off, you get toner sticking to the sleeve and then repeated image defects. And also the sleeve needs to be durable enough that it doesn't tear like that particular sleeve tore. And finally, there's grease. Now, we've cleaned all the grease off of this, but remember the heating element gets up to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, so you need a really high quality synthetic grease to be able to hold up to those temperatures for a long period of time. And what we found is most of the greases, especially the greases that our competitors are using, simply don't hold up for the 225,000 maintenance cycle of this particular fuser. A lot of them customers are saying are failing 150,000 or less than 200,000. So it's really important to find a really good, high quality, high temperature grease, and we've got one that lasts up to 500,000 pages. So we have a very, very good high temperature grease for use on our fusers. Fuser installation for the P4014 is really simple. Turn the printer around to the back, fold down this back door here. You either put your index finger in here or your thumb, whichever one gets you a little better leverage, and then you give it a little twist and this back gate comes off. You push up on the two blue levers here and the fuser comes right out. To reinstall the fuser, just make sure this guide is towards the top and slide it back in. And you'll hear it click into place. And this back piece has a pin on each side that fits into a hole on the left and the right. And just got to work it around a little bit. And that's all there is to it. To remove the roller from the paper tray, open up the tray, open this access door here, and just pinch the roller, and it comes right off the shaft. To replace it, it goes right back on, clicks into place, and then you're done. To replace the pickup roller and the feed roller for the printer, remove the paper tray. Feed roller's in front. You simply squeeze the tab on the roller and pull it off the shaft. The pickup roller, same way. You squeeze the tab on the roller and it pulls off the shaft. And the rollers go right back onto the shaft and click into place. And then you repeat that procedure for any extra trays that you might have on the printer. Transfer roller replacement. This is the transfer roller. Now you want to try and avoid touching the surface of the transfer roller like I'm doing right now unless your hands are clean. You don't want to get a lot of grease or oils on the surface of the transfer roller. So the transfer roller helps transfer toner off of the drum and the toner cartridge onto the paper. One thing to be aware of with the transfer roller is that if you're going to replace it, be sure you get a high quality replacement like the ones that we sell. There are a lot of low quality transfer rollers out there that can either cause print defects or worse yet can damage the drum on the toner cartridge. We had someone call not too long ago who bought a cheap maintenance kit off of Amazon, and it turns out the transfer roller actually permanently damaged the drum on the toner cartridge and had to be replaced. So we sell a good transfer roller. You don't have to worry about that if you get it from us. Transfer roller is located underneath the toner cartridge there, and what you want to do to replace it is take the little hook tool that came with the transfer roller, hook under the transfer roller right next to the blue gear, and the transfer roller should remove really easily. To replace the transfer roller, put the right end in the white collar on the right side and make sure that this little black clip here is facing down and it'll click right into place.